Welcome back to Nicole Myths, Astrology and Tarot. These are the Divine Duality Secret Code Name readings. This is Secret Code Name Jet Crystal Ball, all right? Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with how the Secret Code Name events work, I do the Divine Duality ones and I do Moon Event ones, okay? Secret Code Names are purchased by individuals. They know their secret code name. They know which reading is theirs. No one else knows it's theirs, but they do, right? The beauty of the secret code name. And other people can resonate to it. Okay, other people can be drawn to a secret code name, don't know why they feel like they need to click it. Chances are, if you are drawn to a secret code name and resonate to it, there is a message in there for you. And whoever the individual is that purchased it, you are going through a similar energetic situation, alignment, reality as they are, right? Because we're all connected and going through similar experiences and similar feelings and similar lessons and growth and things like that. So secret code name Jet Crystal Ball. If you've been drawn to it, there is most likely a message in here for you. All right, whenever it crosses your path. All of my readings are in divine time. Even if they're dated, they're all in divine time. The messages are whenever you're meant to catch them. For these readings, we address the divine masculine aspect of the self and the divine feminine aspect of the self, because we can always see other people's potential. We can always give other people the best advice. We can always see their, where they're making mistakes and what they need to do to fix it, but we have a hard time seeing ourselves. Sorry, it just totally glitched out. We're gonna keep going. I apologize for any further interruptions or if the dubbing gets thrown off and the words are no longer matching the movements of my mouth. I apologize. If it drives you crazy, then just put the phone down and listen and don't watch. Right? Hopefully the replay is just fine. I haven't had that issue all day, just today, right? Connection issue. So for Jet Crystal Ball, the masculine energy is your yang. It is your headspace. It is your thoughts. It is your ability to choose. It is your willpower, your drive, your determination, right? All of the action-oriented aspects of yourself. The divine feminine energy is your feelings, it's your emotions, it's your intuition, your sensing, your energetic vibration that goes out in order to manifest back for you to receive. Okay, it is what you feel about. So for the masculine energy, I'm using my Alchemy of England Tarot. For the feminine energy, I am using my Naked Heart Tarot. Okay, and then as guidance, I am using my Notes from the Universe on Love and Connection. Okay, really, what the fuck? Between the energy like disconnecting, the internet cutting out and disconnecting, and the fucking fruit fly that just flew in my face. We're having connection issues. Pest issues. Jesus. All right. We will get to the bottom of this energy. All right. We will reconnect it and we will remove the fucking pests. So, Spirit, please, for secret code name Jet Crystal Ball. And if you're not familiar with what jet is as a crystal, it's created from wood under extreme pressure, and it turns into like a black glass. The wood turns into like this incredibly deep black jet crystal, right? And if you can imagine a crystal ball made of jet, that's kind of what we're peering into. Okay, that's the energetic alignment that I got for the secret code name. A jet crystal ball peering into the shadows of what is essentially wood energy, which is growth, family, things that wood literally and metaphorically represents. So Spirit, please, insight into the divine masculine aspect of secret code name Jet Crystal Ball. All right, give me one more. All right. The divine masculine energy, right? What we're thinking about, what we're choosing from, the thoughts and alignment or the drive, propelling the choices. We have the 9 of Swords reversed with the 4 of Coins, the 10 of Wands clarified by the 7 of Wands, the 2 of Coins clarified by the 6 of Coins, and the 4 of Wands clarified by the Tower in reverse. Bottom of the deck is the 4 of Cups. Top of the deck is the Devil. All right. Really, and my hair is wigging. I mean, I know it's unruly, but damn. Control yourself. All right. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. Okay. The Devil on top. The Devil on top, this is you in your mind trying, and y'all know how I feel about the word trying. It's a bullshit word. You do or you don't. There is no try, right? That's some Yoda shit. There is no try. It's a bullshit word. But you're trying to control your emotions. You're trying to hold the angel in you hostage. This is your demons. The demons in your mind. Holding the angel hostage, the angel in you hostage. The mind feeling defeated. And trying to find power in keeping your emotions dead. Trying to say, I'm strong because I don't feel, I'm not phased. It doesn't matter, I don't care. Your mind looks at relationships from a very business standpoint, a very business perspective. It's Capricorn energy. It's almost like mentally needing the equal exchange right away. You give to me, I give to you, it's fair. You give to me, I give to you, it's fair. Your mind will not allow you to give without condition. That's the angel. The angel is unconditionally loving. And your mind will not allow you to give without condition because it will not allow you to feel hurt. You don't feel, you don't care. If you give to someone unconditionally and they don't reciprocate later, you get hurt. So you tell yourself, if they're not willing to exchange with me, then I don't care. I'm not going to give for the sake of giving. You're asking the angel in you to die, to feel defeated, which is essentially creating a missed opportunity to manifest what you actually desire and leaves you trapped in your own thinking when you don't manifest what you desire. And this card is flipped. Yeah, what you've lost is patience. Overly cautious. You don't see how your over caution And lack of patience actually keeps you from moving forward. Nine of Swords in the reverse with the Four of Coins you are absolutely holding on to, right? Four of Coins holds on. It's controlling. Four of Coins controls the reality. It holds on to what it has. It holds on to what it has. No one's going to take from me what I have. And that's how you've let go of this nightmare anxiety. No one's going to take it from me. No one's going to take my peace. No one's going to take this. No one's going to take from me. Either they give to me and I'll give to them back, or they don't. They either benefit me or they don't. I can benefit people who benefit me. And I can't benefit anybody else. I won't even do as I'm guided. I won't even help someone because I'm guided, because I know they can't reciprocate. It's hardcore self-protection, okay? It's self-protection to a detriment. It is self-protection that comes from a fear of being hurt. So what happens is you hurt yourself. When you're afraid of being hurt, you protect yourself to a detriment and end up only hurting yourself. Because hurt manifests more hurt. Choices, masculine energy, choices made from a low vibration manifest a low reality. The Ten of Wands with the Seven of Wands, that is burden, feeling soul burden, too many crosses to bear, too many spiritual responsibilities that you can't handle because you stand up for yourself, right? You roar for yourself. Your problems are not my problems, and I can't handle your problems. When maybe there's someone in your life in that moment who you're guided to help, and you can handle that problem, and it doesn't have to bother you or weigh on you and be heavy on you. You don't have to carry it and make it your problem to solve all the time. You know what I mean? I'll give an example, a mundane example, right? It's like knowing you have $100 in your pocket, right? And you're at the gas station and you see somebody who's counting coins and quarters and they look like they're financially strapped and they really don't have money for gas, but they obviously fucking need it because they're running on empty and maybe they're putting $5 in their gas tank, and you've got 100 in your pocket and you know dang right well you don't need 20 bucks. You've definitely got 20 extra. And a part of you is guided in that moment to pay for that person's gas and just be like, you know what, here's $20. Let me put the $20 gas in your tank. Don't worry about it. Get to where you need to go and save your change. Don't worry about gas for a while. Get to wherever you need to go. But not doing it because, well, who the fuck are they to you? They're nobody. You don't actually care about them in their life. They'll never be able to pay that $20 back to you. And not doing it. But there was something in your heart space, that unconditionally loving heart space, that was pulled, guided in that moment to pay for that person's gas. And you didn't. You know, and you didn't, and you had your excuses, right? This person could never pay me back. I might need that $20. When the reality is, in your heart to hearts, you really know you don't need that $20 right now, and you're being guided to help somebody who needs it. Metaphorically, it's like that. This comes from, you know, taking on other people's problems and making them your own to your own detriment for too long and not having healthy boundaries. So you went from one end of the spectrum, right? The pendulum swung from one end of the spectrum, being self-sacrificing to a fault, to swinging to the far other end of the spectrum and not giving a fuck about anybody but yourself. You went from caring so much about other people that you fell apart, and that your life fell apart because you never considered yourself and your own needs, and you helped other people to your detriment. Gave when you knew you shouldn't be giving. You were guided to give it. You wanted to give it in your heart space, but you knew, not even, you weren't guided. You knew that if you gave it to them, it was going to hurt you. You were giving them the $20 that you knew you fucking needed. You know what I mean? Because it's all you had, and you needed gas too. You know? You were giving what you didn't have to give before. And so now that you have, you're not giving what you have to give now. You swung from one end of the spectrum to the far other end of the spectrum. And what really needs to happen is you need to find a happy center. Give what I'm guided to give, knowing that I can give. And don't give what I know I can't give in that moment. Even if I want to, I can't. Even if I wanted to, I can't. There's a difference between can and can't, will and won't, want and don't want. Two of coins clarified by the Six of coins for a total of 8 coins. Your ideal and your reality don't match. And the Six of coins, if you think about traditional tarot, there is one person giving money to others who are on their knees begging. It's just a symbol of exchange. One person has and gives to the beggars because they don't have any. And you got to understand, if you have it to give, give it. If you have the energy in general, not money per se, but if you have the energy in general to give, give it. If you don't have it to give, don't. If you want to give it and can give it, then give it. If you want to give it and can't give it, don't worry about it. You can't, for a reason. If you don't want to give it and have it, don't. You don't want to give it. You don't want to. Just because you have it, if you don't want to, you don't want to. Don't. There's a reason. There's a reason why you're not guided to, even though you have it. And don't give what you don't have to give. Don't give what you don't have to give. If the money that you have is already accounted for because it's paying a bill, it's already accounted for, it has to go into your own gas tank, then it's already spent. Just because it's sitting in your wallet doesn't mean it's there. It's not. It's already gone. You don't have it to give. It's already been designated to something, right? It's understanding the differences between these things. Everybody will take if you're just freely giving it. And the people who really need it and can use it, if you have it, like, be the angel, you know what I mean? You can't let that unconditionally loving part of yourself that does as they're guided because it just simply feels good to be able to give, die. You can't let that person in you die. You can't be afraid of being taken advantage of because you won't let yourself be taken advantage of. You won't give what you can't give. And it's not just money, right? I'm using a very mundane example. But it could be time, right? You're not going to give your time to someone who's just wasting your time. You're not going to give your time to someone who you're not guided to give it to, even if you have it. Like, you could be sitting on your couch and relaxing, and they call you up, hey, are you free? And you don't want to answer. You don't actually want to answer. So don't. You don't have that energy to give. You don't want to. You're sitting and relaxing right now. It's no different with love and physical exchange of body. It's no different. If you're with someone intimately, it's because you want to. It's not because you feel you have to give it. If you feel you have to give it, then you shouldn't be with them. Especially if you don't have it to give. You don't want to. There's something off-putting about it. You know what I mean? You don't have to force yourself into things. It's energy exchange no matter what the currency. There's 5 forms of currency. There's financial money currency. There's physical body currency. There's knowledge and sharing of knowledge currency. Like, it's like having all of this knowledge and teaching someone for free. And you spent whatever amount of time or dollars in education to learn what you learn, and they're going to take it from you, and they just took your time and you spent your time, and it's like, all right, but what was the exchange? I didn't even get gratitude. Didn't even get some appreciation. It's knowledge currency. It's sharing of experience. There's love currency. Love currency is compassion. Love currency is mercy. Love currency is truth. Love currency is consideration. And then there's time. Time is a currency. Those are the 5 forms of currency: financial, physical, mental, knowledge, love, and time. They're all currency that we give, and they're all currency that we receive. And you can't be afraid if you give currency that you're not going to get it back, because the universe balances all debts. It balances all debts in one form or another, through one person or another. It's okay to give without condition, because the universe pays back that debt. Yeah, that person might not be able to give back to you. That person at the gas station might not be able to give back to you, but the universe is going to give it back to you another way. It might give it back to you tenfold. You might go in and be inspired after you do that $20 to buy a scratch off and hit for 10 grand. Like, who the fuck knows, you know? But if your ideal reality is not matching your actual reality, it's because you have to make efforts in learning when to give, what you can give, what you can't give, what you're unwilling to give, what you're guided to give, and what you're not guided to give. That's where the lessons are. That's where the effort needs to be made, right? Mentally. Am I guided to do it? Yes or no? Do I have it? Do I have it to give? Yes or no? If any of them are no, if any of the answers are no, then the answer is no. No. No, I'm not guided, or no, I don't have it. I don't have it to give right now. I don't have the time right now. I don't have the compassion right now. I don't have the knowledge or experience right now. I don't have the experience. I don't know the advice to give this person. I don't have it. I don't know. I don't have the money to help this person. I don't have the willingness to share my body with this person. I don't want to hug them because they smell. I'm unwilling physically to smell stench. They smell. Yeah, they want to hug. I'm not willing to smell them though. Don't have the physical energy exchange right now. Go take a bath. I'll give you a hug all day. Hell, you can be honest with them. Look, I know you need a hug and I'd give you one, but you smell. Go take a shower and I'll give you the hug you need. You give yourself the shower you need, I will give you the hug you need. Be honest with people. Sorry, I'm doing my own thing right now. I don't have the time or energy to actually dedicate to your issue, whatever it is right now. I'm sorry. You're going to have to, hopefully somebody else, call someone else. Hopefully they have the time and energy for it, because I don't right now. I don't. Do I have it or do I not? Yes or no? Am I willing to give it? Yes or no? Am I guided to give it? Yes or no? If any of the answers are no, the answer is no. If the answer is yes, both yes, then great. Yes. Yes. You're guided to, you can, great, do it. Don't think twice about it. You're guided to and you can. Just do it. Trust the universe will pay you back, you know? Because that 4 of Wands, that inner balance, that's how you dodge bullets. The Tower in reverse is my dodging bullet energy. That's how you dodge bullets. You come through for someone at a time where they least expected it, that unconditional love, and you come through for someone. The universe is going to come through for you when you need it and you least expect it. You dodge bullets. That union within, that joy that feels good to give unconditionally because you can, you were guided to and able to, and it feels great. That energy, that's a feeling, it's a choice that you make that manifests what you receive, right? And we're going to get into your divine feminine energy in a minute. But this is what you're learning with the Devil on top. Missing opportunities on what you really desire. because you're afraid, right? Because you're afraid and caught up in your head. Well, if I give and give and give and never get back, I'm just going to be drained. Like that's a past memory of old behavior that you've chosen when you were giving energetic currency that you either weren't guided to give, you didn't actually want to, or you didn't actually have it to give and gave it anyway. You were getting no's to those questions and did it like a yes anyway. And that's what caused you problems. That was the far end of the spectrum you were on before you swung over to the other one, right? Right? We're getting into your blind spot here where you're having a hard time seeing yourself. So your choices went from one end of the spectrum to the other, and they're both extreme. And extreme on either end is not balanced, right? It's not balanced. Jet crystal ball, we're peering into the shadow, right? We're peering into the dark space. Where's the feminine energy? What are we feeling about? Where is the emotion? Where is the receptivity? What are we receiving? Where is the alignment of energy going out that is what you're receiving in return? If you continue to be on these extreme ends of the spectrum, right? Clarities, please. We have the Nine of Cups out here with the Two of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Eight of Swords. Five of Pentacles on bottom. Justice on top. You want justice, right? Justice is what you want to feel. You want to feel justice. You want to get back all that you've given everybody else. You want to get back what you've given everybody else that they never gave back. The people that abandoned you and took from you your light. The sweetness of you. That left you wounded, feeling like a victim. When the perspective is your alchemy, you choosing your own alchemy is your justice. It's not the extremes, it's the balance. It's the center that actually is the justice. That's the victory. Got the Nine of Cups clarified by the Nine of Swords, the Two of Wands clarified by the Four of Wands, the Hierophant clarified by the Four of Cups, and the Eight of Swords clarified by the Judgment card. What you're feeling, the energetic vibration, right, going out. You want justice for all that you've given, but you're unwilling to give as you're guided. Like, that's the lesson. It's not a matter of all that you gave when you weren't guided to give. It's not a matter of all that you gave when you didn't have it to give. You didn't do as you were guided. You gave when you didn't have it to give. You don't get rewarded for that. You don't get rewarded for that. The justice is the lesson. You don't give what you don't have to give. You don't give when you don't want to, when you're not guided to. That's the justice, learning that lesson. You're not going to get back what you gave when you weren't supposed to give it. There's no reward for that. There's no reward for sacrificing or suffering and putting yourself in a detrimental position for other people. There is no reward for that when you aren't guided to give it or don't actually have it to give and giving it anyway. There's no reward. There's no reward. The lesson is not to sacrifice yourself into oblivion and be rewarded. That is not the lesson. That is not what Spirit teaches. Spirit just asks you to do as you're guided and give what you can when you can. The justice, the victory. You're not owed anything for giving when you weren't guided. Spirit doesn't owe you for that. You're not going to get back what you gave when you shouldn't have given it. And you know you shouldn't have given it. You didn't have it to give and gave it anyway. That is not Spirit's problem to return to you. That's your problem. You shouldn't have gave it. You didn't have it. You didn't have that currency to give and you gave it anyway. That is not Spirit's problem. It definitely didn't guide you to it. You lost it, you lost it. You bet on a bad horse. You know what I mean? You bet on the wrong horse. You invested, sacrificed yourself and invested in a bad investment. You had to let the investment go because it was nickel and diming your energy. You have wishes you want fulfilled, but have anxiety that they will never be filled because you're choosing things that keep your heart space, that unconditionally giving, that giving as your guided energy, suppressed. You're killing that part of yourself, right? You're choosing to kill that part of yourself. And so you have these wishes and this fear, you feel this fear that your wishes will never happen. And they won't happen, right? The self-fulfilling prophecy of the Two of Wands here, this is self-fulfilling prophecy. If you want joy and you want stability and you want harmonious relationships, then you have to be able to create that with your energy. The justice is to not be afraid of your wish being fulfilled. It's to not be afraid that the justice won't happen because in your heart space, you have married missed opportunity. You're sitting on that Ace of Cups, that overflow. The Ace of Cups is the overflow. The unconditionally overflowing love energy. You're sitting on it. You have this vision of happiness, this vision of fulfillment, this vision of equal energy exchange, this vision and wish of joy and trust and all of those beautiful things. But you married this opportunity. The Eight of Swords clarified by the Judgment card. You judge yourself, life, the universe too harshly. People never give back. That's a trapped perspective. I don't want to give. It's painful. It's a trapped perspective. I'm guided to and I can, but I'm too hurt to. I don't want to. I'm afraid to. I'm afraid to do as I'm guided even though I have it. The Judgment card, you got to resurrect your beautiful self. Your heart knows it. Your heart knows it. You can't be cold. You can't be cold and calloused and bitter and broken. You can't. You will not manifest your wish that way. You will manifest a fucking nightmare. Jet crystal ball. Literally, we got the crystal ball card. And it's blue. It's the color of truth. You got to see the truth. You can't feel bad for not being able to give someone something that they want if you don't have it to give. You can't feel guilty. You can't feel bad. It's not your problem to solve then. And Spirit would say, you know, they're asking you to solve their problem, but you actually can't. You don't have what they're asking of you to give. So it must not be your problem to solve. Otherwise, I would guide you to do it and you would have it to give. If I'm not guiding you, Spirit, right? If I'm not guiding you to do it and you don't have it to give, then it's not your problem to solve. It's their problem to solve and or somebody else's problem to solve. They will be guided. Somebody else will be guided and have it to give. But it's not today. It's not you. It's not you today. Hesitation means you're not guided. If something is pulling you to it and you're convinced, no, I can't, no, I shouldn't, no. When you can and you're making excuses, you're guided to it. Don't let fear, anxiety, worry, whatever, and get in your way. You're guided to, you're pulled to, and you can. It actually feels, you actually will feel bad leaving a situation you were guided to do something and were able to do something and didn't do it. And you didn't do it. You would actually feel bad. It's like being at that gas station and seeing that person scrape through their change just for $5. And you have that money and you just go about your way and you never give them the $20 that you have extra, even though you were guided to, and you just pull away from the gas station. You're gonna feel that spiritual pull to stop driving out the gas station. Go back. Go back. You're gonna feel it because you're being guided to do it. It actually feels bad leaving a situation you're guided to do and you have the ability to do it. It feels bad. You regret it. You'll think about it. It'll spin in your mind for hours or days, if not years. I mean, for all you know, that person could be scrimping up coins because they're trying to get to their grandson's birthday party and they spent what money they had on a gift because they didn't want to show up without a gift. And so they're scraping change together for their gas tank just to make it there because they didn't want to show up empty-handed. And here you are showing up with $20 here, put the gas in your tank, don't worry about it. And they're like, thank you, God. Thank you, because I was able to buy my grandson the gift and have gas in my car and I didn't have to worry. Like, when we're pulled to do things and we can do things, that's the universe working miracles through us. Why the fuck would anybody want to deny a miracle being created? When we deny miracles being created, we deny the receiving of miracles ourselves. We're not in miracle mindset. You have no reason why that person's scrimping for change. You know what I mean? Likewise, you might see that person at the gas station scrimping for change through their car, fill up their gas tank, and you might have $100 or $20 to spare, but why? Maybe that person's an alcoholic. Maybe that's why they don't have gas money. Maybe they need to stop drinking and stop spending their money on alcohol so that they could put gas in their fucking tank and get to work like a responsible person. We're guided to things for a reason. We're not guided to things for a reason. We have what we have to give for a reason, and we don't have what we don't have to give for a reason. Don't miss out and marry missed opportunity. don't forget that miracles happen. That sometimes we're called to be them, and sometimes we're called to receive them. Sometimes we can't. You don't owe them. You can say thank you for being a miracle in my life. Whenever I'm called to give and I can, I'll pay it forward. Thank you for being a miracle in my life. I promise to be a miracle in someone else's if and when the day comes that I can. Don't disconnect from that beautiful part of yourself that is grateful for what you manifest and receive. You might never be able to repay a certain person for what they've gifted you and given you in this life. But you can receive a miracle with gratitude and create a miracle in gratitude that you were able to show up and cross that path at that time, with that person, with this ability, and create a miracle. Because one miracle for another, it's a miracle. It's an even exchange with the universe. One miracle is no greater than another. One miracle is no more miraculous than another. A miracle is a miracle. That's love. That's unconditional love vibration. That's the universe, God, source, creator, spirit, whatever you want to call, coming through, and its presence is here on earth. That source energy being present on earth. That unconditional presence. Unconditional loving presence that truly makes the world go round. Embrace a miracle, be a miracle. Someone was guided to give to you, great. If they expected something in return for what they've given you, they're going to learn the universe don't owe them shit for giving what they weren't guided to give, or didn't have to give, or didn't want to give. They will learn the same lesson you had to learn. You don't owe anybody anything. Nobody owes you anything. We do as we're guided or we don't, and that's it. What is the guidance, please, Spirit, for secret code name Jet Crystal Ball? To help them out of their blind spot, right? No two flowers are the same, yet all are beautiful in their own way. You might not be able to create the same miracles as someone else does, but that doesn't mean you're not a creator of miracles. No two flowers are the same, but they are all beautiful in their own way. It says comparisons are odious because they presume all other things are equal, which is never the case between you and me, the universe. You can't compare yourself to other people. Maybe someone has money to give and you don't. Maybe you have love to give and they don't. Maybe you have experience to give and they don't. Maybe you have compassion to give and they don't. Don't compare yourself to other people. They're not better than you because they can give something that you can't. You just give differently than they do. Your place in the world of things and the web of connection is different than theirs. There's a reason why you are you and they are them. Don't judge yourself. Don't feel less than. Don't feel unbeautiful. Listen back to this message as many times as you need to until it clicks. So do I. I believe in divine intervention too. You are here for a message, this one. So Jet Black Crystal, secret code name Jet Black Crystal, that you have resonated to this secret code name in this message in divine time. There is a message in it for you. Remember how beautiful your unconditionally loving self is, and don't kill it. My love and support is with you always, and I have faith that this message will serve you well in just that. So, yeah. I love you all. Until next time. Take care.